What's up, team? Good morning, guys. All right, so today is Friday. As the thumbnail suggests, my wife will be here at the Open today, a little bit early. She should be here at around 9 o'clock market time. Um, and so, yeah, should be a fun day. We'll see how we go. I'll give her 100, maybe 1 to 200 shares and let her trade the Open with it. Um, I still have not gotten her a paper account yet, and so she's going to have to trade my live account. But again, with very small share size. So, like I said earlier, wish us luck. We'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous about it overall, but it should be fun. Looks like you had a rough night. Yeah, kinda, man. I stayed up too late, man. Um, when you first start doing these streams, you want to be all put together and stuff. After a while of doing the stream every day, you stop caring as much, man. It's 7:20 something my time, so it's pretty early here. My kids actually don't have school today, and so my kids are home from school, and they're not even up yet. And so, yeah, I slept in a little bit longer today. I missed my big chance yesterday. Wasn't expecting the market to turn around so quickly. Let's look at it. Yeah, honestly, this is, I felt bad for telling Mitch to get out of that trade he was in, or suggesting he might want to cover some of his shares. But if you look at what the market actually did, I was spot on. I've seen these type of moves happen with the same type of catalysts a lot. I've seen these moves happen a bunch. And generally they are pretty likely to, or not, they're not likely, I won't say that, but a lot of the time at least, they will turn back around and squeeze back up. And if you don't take profits quickly into those big catalyst driven news releases with the overall market, then you're going to get squeezed up a bunch, which is why I suggested Mitch to take profits. And, I still think he probably could have gotten a little bit more. It bounced a little bit later than I thought it might, but it still did the same thing that I thought, and so I don't think my logic was wrong there necessarily. As for movers right now in the market specifically, we have AVYA, which is probably my main watch. I hope it's tradable for us. So yeah, AVYA, my main watch. You can see this one. It looks good. Gapping up from 10.12 to around 11.93. This has got to be some type of catalyst-driven news. But that one is definitely my main watch today. Followed closely by Snapchat, SNAP. Although, if you guys know me, I don't really like trading Snapchat. I just never really have that good of results with it. SPPI gapping up some. AU. WB, and so we have some other low volume gap ups that, to be honest, just don't look as good this morning. But we got SPRT, Apple's gapping up some, so maybe that one is interesting enough. SWKS is gapping up with low volume though. JKS, gold. Yeah, so like I said, let me know your main watch, but again, mine is AVYA. AVYA looks good. If you like cheaper stocks, XELA looks solid. XELA gapping up from 110 to 140s. And so this one looks good, but again, AVYA definitely my main watch. I got to look at the liquidity prior to this. Honestly, guys, it's my main watch. I don't know if this one's going to be tradable. I'll have to check. Looking at the liquidity, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not great either. And it's definitely below 500,000 average daily volume, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Let's check. That's all we could really do. All right, so my account is at $710 in profit, so I'm still sitting pretty solid there. Um, all right, let's see if this one's tradable. AVYA. It is nice. Okay, so this one's tradable. Honestly, I was pretty concerned. I thought it had low liquidity, but looking at the daily chart, it actually averages about 1 to 2 million shares traded per day, which is fine. That one's usually going to be listed, and this one's gapping up. So this is my favorite one for sure. AVYA. It's just a really nice gap up. A lot of volume overall with the gap up. Got some really obvious levels that we can watch here. Specifically, most of the time these are going to be half and whole dollars, but these levels here look interesting, as well as this whole dollar of 12 level. And so I'll watch all of these, see if we can find some edge with how it moves at the open. In between these levels is what we're going to specifically look for. What's up, cousin? What's up, man? What's up, Roxy? HMY. HMY is okay. Low volume. That's the only problem. Just there's no volume here. It's gapping up. Even the day prior. I mean, the float looks like to be relatively large, in all honesty. I don't know what the float is. Let me see if I can find it. But the float doesn't look small necessarily. And so basically what that tells you is a tight range. And with that, not really much volume on the gap up. So this one's just one of those ones that I just don't like. I don't know what the float is. I'm just judging by the level 2. Maybe Geo. Looks interesting here, Geo. Hey, she wanted to be on stream today, man. I'll give her 50 shares and see how that goes. We'll see. I'll give her 50 shares and we'll see. But yeah, guys, I got eczema on my face. I don't know how to get it. I got like really dry skin around my nose. Every time I shave, it's like super red and dry. I don't know how to approach it. I haven't had this all my life. It just sprung up on me about a year ago. Any suggestions? Anybody else that has eczema? Because this sucks, man. I use candlestick charts, Blake. What's up, mister? We got two people. We got Mr. K and then we got Mr. ADK. Yeah, 540 million float. See, that's I kind of figured. You could tell how big the float is, and I've talked about it before. And this little trick is not guaranteed to work. But you can tell what the float is by looking at the chart. And the more white, if you have a red and green chart, the more white you see on the chart, the larger the float is generally. And the reason that generally shows you a larger float is because the more white you see on the chart means the more wicks that you're going to see on the chart. And the more wicks you're going to see on the chart, the less range, the more choppy, and generally, if it has a lot of volume and it's still choppy, the float's big. That's my logic behind that. And so basically, if you look at a chart like this and you see all this choppiness, small range, and then a lot of white, which just means a lot of wicks on the chart, you can probably guess that the float is fairly large. Just don't shave. Honestly, I have a battle here. My daughter likes me to grow my beard out, and my wife hates it. And so it's like, if it was up to my daughter, I would just let my beard grow out like it has been before. And if it was up to my wife, I would shave every day. And so I tend to prefer shaved a little bit better as I'm getting older, but it could be a hormone imbalance. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Like I said, man, I went to the dermatologist and they gave me this this face wash, and it smells like sulfur. And so it's a sulfur face wash, and they say that's going to help. Roku, and so it smells terribly. Roku is pushing up here. You can see Roku starting to gap up here. Is this the overall market moving? Let me see. Yeah, so this is the overall market moving. I guessed it correctly. So this is the market. Look at this. So the market, huge spike up to 291. Let's look at the catalyst behind this. This has got to be some type of significant catalyst here. So what I'm seeing released is Canadian trade balance, U.S. average work week hours, U.S. unemployment rate is 3.5% versus the expected 3.7%, which is good. U.S. U6 underemployment 6.9%, previous 7.2%, so all that's down. International trade for August is 54.9 billion versus expected 54.5 billion, so that's good. Non-farm payrolls for September were 136,000 versus the expected 145,000. U.S. manufacturing payrolls are for September 7th, or for September is 2,000 versus the expected 4,000, with previously it was 3,000 with revenue of 2,000. U.S. labor force is 63.2% for September, previous 63.2%, so stayed the same. U.S. government payrolls for September were 22,000 with previously 34,000. U.S. private payrolls for September were 114,000 versus expected 133,000. Canadian imports were 51.54 billion Canadian versus the previous 50.89 billion Canadian. U.S. average earnings year over year for September were 2.9% versus the expected 3.2%. And U.S. goods trade balance for August was 73.06 billion versus previously 72.83 billion. And then the last one is Canadian exports for August was 50.58 billion Canadian versus previous 49.76 billion. So from all things considered, those are pretty solid numbers in my opinion. They're definitely better than expected for a majority of those. And we got a few other ones here. U.S. non-farm payrolls for September were 136,000 versus expected 145,000. And the U.S. BLS birth-death ratio for September was 71,000 versus the previous 93K. So like I said, all things considered, those are pretty solid numbers for the most part from what I see specifically. I don't know if they're going to hold the market up, but we did get a nice little surge here after those numbers. Coming of age. Aveeno oatmeal bar soap and simple. No sunscreen lotion. I'll check it out, man. I'm down to do anything. We got cousin over here trolling me, man. Coming of age. I look like I'm 15, I know. But realistically, I'm 30. So, you know. Hey, Carol? What's up, John? What's up, bro? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Kids, man. All right, guys. "30 sounds old until you're 50." Yeah, for sure. I'm finally at the age now where I hated looking young all my life, and now I'm okay with it. Uh, but what's up, Noah? What's up, man? Good morning, bro. All right, guys. Like I said, my wife should be here in about 20 minutes. Like the thumbnail suggests, she will be trading the Open with us today, and so she'll be here before the Open. But that's when my wife will be here today, as the thumbnail suggests. All right, team. But yeah, what's everybody's main watch? Like I said, my main watch today is definitely AVYA. Like I said, if you want to look to see where my account is at $710 in profit. And so still got a little bit of ways to go. We'll see what happens today. Should be fun. But yeah, this is definitely my main watch. Activision, I see on the scanners as well. I might watch Activision, we'll see. Etsy. Snapchat, although you guys know me, I don't really like trading Snapchat. What's up, Pensador? What's up, bro? Visa, looks alright, I guess. We got some gap downs with HPQ, which is HP. Looks like gas and oil is up, I guess, because this is the inverse ETF for either gas. I think this is oil inverse ETF. This is the real ETF. So oil's up, I guess. NIO is down. We got Go here, Rite Aid. Go looks all right. What is Go? Grocery Outlet Holdings. It's gapping a little bit. What's up, Gabriel? What's up, man? All right, guys. So let's finish the week off strong here, team. Let's finish the week off strong. Let's look at the week so far here. Oh wait, I already did that. Let's look at the week so far here and see how we're doing this week. Not great. No, I definitely think my accuracy is probably down this week. Let's look at. I mean, it's been a good week. Daily accuracy is very high, but yeah, number of winning trades is actually down, which is okay. I'm still doing really good risk reward in these trades. Really good risk reward. If you want to look at what I'm looking at, let me see if I can find a better way to put this so it doesn't take up the whole screen. There we go. That'll work. But yeah, these are my stats so far this week. Like I said, it hasn't been the greatest week, but I've been using good risk reward in my trades. Like you can see here, my profit factor, which is basically your risk reward to an extent, is 2.6, basically 2.59. Average trade gain or loss per trade is $84. Largest gain is 757. Largest loss is 176. And so yeah, not too bad. If we look at my graph here, like I said, my daily accuracy up until yesterday is 100%. I still got to upload yesterday's. It's actually going to be a little bit worse than this, but a little pullback, but not a bad week so far this week. And we'll see what we get next. We'll see what we get today. No, this is weekly profit. Weekly profit. Let me go ahead and add today's, and then we'll look at the month overall. And just so you guys can see, I'll do this in front of you guys too, just so you guys can see. Trades. Select my account. We're going to do yesterday. Filter, export, John. Week 6, September. And then we're going to go to TraderView. We're going to go to TraderView. We're going to go to import. We're going to select the file that I just put, John Weeks, September, upload. So yeah, about $681 in profit this week. Not bad. This is my graph for this week specifically. Not a bad graph. One losing day, small losing day, $75. Big green days, small losing days. Not the best accuracy so far this week. I've actually had more losing trades than I've had winning trades, but I've been using good risk reward with my trades, and so you can see my profit factor is over 2 to 1. Average hold time for a winning trade is 42 minutes. Here, you guys can't see this. Average hold time for a winning trade is 42 minutes. Average hold time for a losing trade is 13 minutes. And so that's why I'm still profitable, even though I have more losing trades this week than winning trades. And that's going to happen. You know, the whole point is, like, when I go into slumps like I have been basically the last few weeks, the entire point is that I'm using good risk reward ratios. And so even if I'm losing more than I'm winning, I'm still profitable. And that's what you want to do in trading. That's how you give yourself a legitimate edge in trading, is by using proper risk reward. Average winning trade is $104. Average losing trade is 70.79. So not the best, but still enough to profit. And this is overall. So this is for the month of September. The month of September, really from September 1st all the way till today, these are the stats for it. So you can see I've made total gain of around $1,424. This is my P&L chart and graph. Again, not the best accuracy, about 54.5%, but even that accuracy rate is good enough. And so, not too bad. We'll see what we get. SRPT. Oh, SRPT does look good. This one, the last time I looked at this one, it was like down here. And so this one has actually ran up a decent amount, a solid amount here. Looks good. Looks good. All right, team. So, yeah, Mitch, we actually reviewed those as they were coming out, brother. So, we actually went over all the numbers that came out. Lower unemployment, good rates overall that came out for payroll numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, we went over those. We are getting a little bit of a pullback here. And so at 750, we'll go ahead and look up some catalysts and some news at this point. Like I said, we did have those numbers come out for the overall market, payroll numbers specifically. Let's go ahead and look at AVYA is the first one I'm going to look up. That's the first one here. Let me start looking up this news. See if I can use this one. All right, so yeah, so for AVYA, let me get my headphones out. For AVYA, this one is up. Sorry, my headphones are talking to me. Okay, so yeah, with AVYA, we are up in pre-market trading after announcing a strategic partnership with RingCentral to accelerate transformation to the cloud. So AVYA is up after announcing a strategic partnership with RingCentral to accelerate transformation to the cloud. So positive announcement for a partnership with AVYA. And this is, like I said, this is probably one of my main watches. It's tradable, obvious levels, solid levels. And so we'll see what we get for those as well. We have MEIP that looks okay here. MEIP, this one is up in pre-market after the company announced it's updated its clinical data from the ME401 phase 1B study. So this one's up on OK News. RNG, RingCentral. We'll see what else we can find. We'll see if this one is here, actually. We'll have to come back to this one on RNG. Some other ones I was looking up, like I said, Snap, specifically SNAP here, SNAP, Snap. And this one is up after Morgan Stanley upgraded Snap from underweight to an equal weight rating. And they also raised the price target. So SNAP is up after being upgraded this morning. Like I said, I don't really like Snap. It's not really my favorite one necessarily. So SRPT looks pretty strong here. I'll definitely watch SRPT. You see a big move for this one and a big pullback just now, actually. So this one came out with an update that said, it said, quote, improvements on functional measures seen in all three participants, quote, significant reduction in creatine kinase maintained over 9 months for the SRP-9003 trial. So positive trial results for SRPT, I guess. So basically put out results and highlights from the SRP-9003 gene therapy trial, and a lot of them were positive. And so that's what's going on with SRPT, and that is why it's gapping up some, I guess. We could also look at specifically here AMD, but I think this one's just moving with the overall market. Same thing with Roku, same thing with MU. And so I think that's kind of what's going on. We got CGC that's gapping up a little bit here, but a really nice run for this one yesterday. Like I said, if you guys have anything specific you want me to look at, let me know. We also have GO here. They're holding a $13 million share secondary offering of common stock for GO, and so that's what's going on. It's just an offering for this one. What else we got here? Like I said, let me know if you guys have anything specific you want me to look at this morning. RNG, I was going to look at RNG. That one is gapping up some here. And then we can look at the overall market news, which again was payroll numbers for the most part. So RNG announced a deal with Ring Central, or Avaya rallies following a deal with. Okay, so yeah, so RNG is actually the one that AVYA had the deal with. And so that's what's going on with those two. Now let's look up the overall market news here today. Oh, we also have XELA here. XELA. Like I said, this one looks like it has a larger float, but I don't know. It might not, actually. We'll see. So yeah, so XELA won a $900 million Veterans Affairs contract with General Dynamics unit. So a contract was won by this one, a $900 million contract for XELA. And so let's see if we can find the overall market news today. Now, what should I look up to do that? Maybe Tesla. Maybe AMD. Yeah, man. Yeah, Luke, it's been boring, man, for sure. It's been boring, man, for sure. All right, so let's see if we could find the market news. I know payroll numbers came out and unemployment numbers came out today, and that's causing a little bit of a surge here. Usually I could find some type of futures news that came out, and for some reason I'm just not seeing anything this morning. Like I said, my wife should be here within the next 5 to 10 minutes, so my wife will be here talking about the market and kind of doing stuff. All right, so yeah, so here's a news release. Okay, so here's one, and this is from MarketWatch, and this is from MarketWatch, marketwatch.com, and it says, quote, U.S. stock index futures Friday morning turned cautiously higher after a crucial reading on unemployment from the Labor Department showed that job creation in the U.S. was slowing, perhaps, but not as much as was feared. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 33 points, or 0.1%, at the S&P futures, or the S&P 500 index went up 0.07% to 0.1% to 2,915, while the NASDAQ 100 futures were up 0.2%. The Friday labor report showed the slowest pace of jobs in 4 months as businesses grew more cautious about hiring. Economists polled by MarketWatch had forecast a 150,000 increase. However, August and July reports were revised up by a combined 45,000. In a separate survey, the U.S. unemployment rate dropped to 3.5%, the lowest rate since December 1969. So pretty good results that came out for the overall market. 70 million float. Yeah, it's pretty small when you consider it's only $1.39. With that cheap of a stock, it's actually a pretty small float relative to the price of the stock overall. All right, team. So I'm gonna go check on my wife. I'll be right back. Let me see where Mitch is at. Maybe he can hold it down. But I'm gonna go check on my wife. So I'll be right back. I'm talking to myself, guys. I'm talking to myself. But yeah, not a bad looking market day. We got AVYA here. AVYA gapping up. We got XELA, but I don't really like this one that much. Lower volume. Not bad volume, but not great either. IGC, we got HMY here. Big float, small range, boring. We got Snapchat. That looks interesting. SNAP. Yeah, I know, guys. I know, guys. I was muted. My bad. I know, team. I know. But yeah, my wife will be here in about 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I just talked to her, so. What kind of share size do you think my wife should take? And also, when my wife is here, ask her questions. She likes answering questions. So ask her questions. She'll be here in like a few minutes, in like 2 minutes. But she'll definitely be trading the open with us today, which should be fun. But yeah, we'll see if we get a good market. I'm going to let her trade the open. What kind of share size do you think she should take? Again, I think probably, depending on the range of the stock overall, is going to dictate what kind of share size. But I think anywhere between like 25 to 100 shares is fine. If my risk is like 15 to 20 bucks, I can let her take 100 shares and vice versa. So we'll see what we get. Um, I don't know. You got to talk to Mitch about that, Carlos. I think he's doing okay. Yeah, that's my wife, man. She'll be here. She'll be here in like a minute or two. She's finishing getting ready. But yeah, I mean, on the thumbnail it said Carol's gonna be trading the Open, so we still have 20, 30 minutes until the Open. So, but she'll be here in like a minute. I just talked to her. 50 and 100. But yeah, everybody wish my wife good luck. She's gonna be doing her best here. She's gonna be trying. Um, Honestly, she hasn't had a winning trade. Every time she's come on the stream, I think she's only had one winning trade. And so everybody be supportive of my wife. You know, she's trying her best to learn day trading. And everybody knows how it is when you first get started. It's very tough. I appreciate it, Brian. Everybody knows how it is. It's extremely tough to learn to day trade when you first get started, especially. So let's wish her luck, and I'll be here to guide her through it. But it should be fun. 50 to 100 shares is what I'm thinking too, Carlos. I think that makes the most sense. Um, I think that makes the most sense. WB as well. What is this? Warner Bros? No. Weibo. This is like, isn't this like Chinese social media? If you want me to be honest, most of the time, Carlos, what is my day like as a trader? I wake up at 6 a.m. here. I wake up at 6. Um, I typically, honestly, I wake up at 6 a.m. I create the thumbnail for the stream. That generally takes a few minutes. I check my email. I look at the market, build a watch list, and after that, I do the stream for a few hours. After the stream's done, honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, once the stream is done, I generally play Xbox for at least 30 minutes. I'll play some like UFC 3, or I'll play some Halo with a buddy of mine, and for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And then after that, I usually go to the gym with my wife, come back, work some more on other stuff that channel day trading related. Kids get home from school, help them with homework, and then hang out with my wife at night. This is generally what my day goes. I'm gonna go check on her. She should be here in a second. Let me see where she's at. All right, she's about to be here. So everybody wish my wife luck. She's about to be here right now. She should be here in like 30 seconds or a minute or so. But yeah, wish her luck today. Like I said, it's probably what, our fourth or fifth time on stream. Um, Everybody wish her luck. She's gonna try her best. She's still learning. She only knows one or two strategies, and she still gets a little bit frustrated and probably a little emotional in her trades overall. Um, and so everybody just be supportive. Wish her good luck. We'll see how it goes. What's my opinion on the GoPro stock? Um, Long term, I think it's been in a downward trend, and I really think the big level here is like $4. $4. Obviously, you have this low here at 360s. Breaking underneath that, and then looks very weak for this stock. But again, it's just about the overall market. It's about the I think that GoPro has its place and it has a good product. It's just about the numbers for this one. And I honestly I don't know enough fundamentally about GoPro to speculate on it. Yeah, her name's Carol. What's up, bro? Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, hey, I hope Carol does do better than me. I hope Carol does do better than me. Um, I hope she does do better than me. Honestly, I'm rooting for her here. Like I said, Carol's been on the stream multiple times, and she hasn't really had a big win yet. And so I'm rooting for her. I want her to do well. I hope she does well. You know, I'm pushing for it. You know, we'll see what happens though. What's up, bitch? What's up, bro? All right, here she comes. Yep. Like I said, guys, Carol's gonna be here in a second. Wish her luck. Let's do this. I'll probably give her 500, or not 500, no way. 50 to 100 shares. I think is a reasonable share size for her to take. Yeah, team. We'll see what she does. Oh man, should be fun though. But yeah, man, payroll numbers came out. Let's see. No. What happened? Oh, yesterday? Yeah. Here, let me get you. Yeah, that one. Like I said, I think if you look at the daily chart, $4 is the big level for sure. That 399 level, that 362 level for that previous low looks good too. All right. Here, let me see. It should make it so that you can, here, let me scoot over. There you go. It should make it so that they can see you too. Hold on. Let me see. There we go.
Here you got scoot over.
I can't. That's as much as I go. Alright, there you go. That works, right? Alright, guys. Here, take my headphones. Let me filter this so that... Here, turn Mitch up all the way so I can hear him. There we go. That works. Alright. We got it. No, we got sound. I think so. Oh, you don't have sound, Mitch. My bad. There you go. Say something.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah,
what's going on?
That works. Alright, guys. Let's get the mic over here so everybody can hear us. I've got this new mouse here because my other one died. Look at it though. It's like shiny.
Yeah. I'll look at changes color.
Yeah, it does. Somebody got me with this mouse, man. One of those YouTube channels, they were like, oh, you get a free mouse. You get a free mouse. You know, all you got to do, they're giving away free mouse at this link. And so I'm like, oh, a free mouse? I want one. They got me, man. I go to this link, right, and it's like a free mouse, and they make you fill out all your info, like your address and stuff like that, and so I'm like, great, and they're like, we're going to send you this free mouse, and then they kind of slide it at the end. Oh, yeah, you look like a cyborg here. And then they kind of slide it at the end. Oh, but it's $20 shipping. And at the end, I was just kind of like, I had some money, and I was just like, screw it, I'm going to take it. But then it took like 2 months for it to get here. They shipped it from China, so it kind of ripped me off there. All right, guys. Definitely either Webull or TD Ameritrade. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I like TD Ameritrade's platform more, but I think Webull is a solid platform as well. And so they're both solid. I think I'll put it this way. I think that Webull has the better smartphone app, but Thinkorswim has the better desktop platform 100%. What? How?
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, thank you, cousin. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Where's my? Oh, is this my coffee? Where's my coffee? Oh, it's over there. Why'd you put it over there?
I didn't put it here. You put it there.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, man. Honestly, I had a nice wireless mouse. Like, I had this one, this Logitech one, but it died. It's been going strong for like a year, though. I just gotta buy another battery for it. Yeah, I actually have an account with Charles Schwab because I used to have an Options Express account. Back when Options Express was independent of Schwab, I had bought a few penny stocks on Options Express. And then Schwab ended up buying out Options Express, and it in turn created me a Charles Schwab account, is what happened. Now those penny stocks I was holding are over with, but that's what happened with me. What's up, Tiny? I'm Weeble. Yeah, Weeble's solid. I mean, Weeble has a good platform. Weeble's really good because you can buy all these different exchanges on Weeble really easily. So like you can buy the Chinese exchange or the Italian exchange, and you can get access to that. And I think that's really cool for Weeble. But again, they all have their pros and cons. So saying me telling you which one you should go with doesn't really make any sense because they both have pros and cons, and it all depends on what kind of trader you are specifically. Yeah, I mean, talking bread. I mean, I'll agree with you there, man. Doesn't hurt my feelings, bro. Talking bread said your wife is cuter than you. I'll accept that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll accept that. You know, that's fine. I accept that.
I'll take that compliment.
Right, I'm sure you will too. But I mean, that's how it's supposed to be with guys. You know. Uber Lyft on high. Let's take a look. Yeah, these are up high. I mean, low volume overall for the most part. They don't have that much volume here. And unless they start to pick up any type of significant volume, I'm not really super interested in them. It just depends. AVYA is my favorite one. Big percentage gap up overall. This one's almost gapping up exactly what? Exactly 11%, 12%. So a nice little gap up here. And so we'll see what we get with that one as well. I'm definitely watching AVYA.
Just watching, reading some news on AVYA, trying to get a little deeper into this stock.
I found that my Thinkorswim account also won't have fees. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah, so Thinkorswim got rid of fees. They're still charging, I think, a 65-cent options fee per options trade. But Thinkorswim won't have fees anymore. Aside from that, Charles Schwab won't have fees anymore. E-Trade's not going to have commissions anymore. And so they're basically getting rid of commissions, which is great. As for Robinhood specifically, I don't know if they're going to stay around. Again, it's like I said yesterday. I think what Robinhood has to do is really target the only niche it really has left, which is crypto. I think that's what Robinhood really has to do. Yeah, you're still a cyborg. Sorry. That's if I have it up like that. That should make it better. Look, this dude did ask a question. So watch. Like now it's better here. If it's too light, we look like cyborgs. You do look like a cyborg.
Half my face is missing.
It's like Terminator 2.
Carlos Hernandez.
Carol, how is your life as a trader's wife? I'll let her answer that.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's kind of cool to see him kind of going down this career path, and I mean, he seems to understand what he's doing. So
Sometimes.
as long as that, yeah, that's true.
As long as I don't lose hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The majority of the time, yeah. Yeah, as long as he's not losing like tons and tons of money that we need for like our family, you know, for just, you know, as
Yeah.
long as we can buy groceries and pay the bills, I'll be
Should be happy.
I'll be okay.
you know?
Yeah. So
John, what do you sell in your Amazon business? Books, media products mostly. Books and media products. Appreciate it, Wheel. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was looking forward to trying out. Like, I have like $10 in Thinkorswim. I just don't know since I only have $10 on Thinkorswim. I think I have to kind of go crazy and like lottery style with penny stocks in my Thinkorswim account, just because I only have like $10.
oh, thank you, Tiny.
I don't even notice we have an accent. When I went to Canada, though, my stepdad's Canadian, and my mom and my stepdad live in Canada half the time, in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and Batchewana, Canada. And I didn't even notice I had an accent until I went up there, and they immediately thought I was from Texas. And Carol and I both are not from Texas. We are from Louisiana originally.
But we've been living here for like 10 years.
Right.
So.
But this was before I lived here. And so they immediately thought I was from Texas. And I didn't even know I had an accent, really. But I guess I can see it and hear it.
Yeah, I feel like my accent's kind of been like washed out over time. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Just answering a question here. Suck Carlos was asking about the balance in my account. I've been having some pretty drastic swings in this account. I've had moments where I've been up over 1,000. Still haven't gotten to the 2,000 mark for the pullout. But then I had a pretty down swing before the competition. It brought me down to 7,700 in this account. 77,000 in this account, and then I'm now back up to 7,773. So just working it back. I've had this kind of swing in this account for a long time. That's why I recommend the student account. It gives me an ability to come back and forth in my kind of profits. You can show. Here you go. Here you go, guys. You guys can see the opening balance here. And I've had my moments. I mean, I can pull up my stats. I don't try to really show off stats too much, but I can pull up my trader view if I wanted. Let me log in here right quick.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bitch and I, we're not experts or gurus. We just try to be honest with everybody about everything, and we're still working our way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, we are definitely not trying to be experts or gurus here, and obviously we all have swings. These accounts are what's the word for it?
Yeah, this is my account since the competition, since I've come back. When we came back, second day had a really tough day. Brought the account down a pretty big amount, but definitely been bouncing back, getting more steady, as you guys can see. The gains starting to come back, and that's really what matters. We had $490 yesterday, so just gonna keep pushing, try to get back above the break-even rate for the last 2 weeks, and then get back into the green.
Sorry guys, my wife's over here like moving heavy like stuff over here. She's got like my big case of mugs that she's trying to move. I think she's trying to get my laptop set up so she can talk to everybody on the chat while I'm looking at charts is what I think she's doing. You want me to do that for you? If you don't think I have an accent, man, tell that to the Canadians that live. Tell that to my stepdad and all the Canadians, because him and I get into it. Because
we went to Michigan too.
Right, and we went to Michigan, and they for sure said I had an accent. Tell that to Stan though. Stan and I get into it, man. He'll say y'all is not a word, and I'll tell him that y'all is a contraction for you all, and that you can't throw an S on you and say use and make it plural. That doesn't make any sense. And so him and I get into it, but it's all friendly and joking. Like, don't think we don't actually fight about it. Like, we just kind of mess with each other about it, which is fun. Yeah, it's all cold up there, man. I go up there and it's all cold, but yeah, like I said, we just have some fun with it, man. There you go. It's here. I almost said my pin on stream. That would have been terrible. There
That's
you
what
go.
I just did. Oh,
You didn't do it right.
apparently.
All right, team. So yeah, AVY. What do you think of AVYA this morning, Mitch?
There's a reason why it's on my screen right now.
It's solid,
You know what
man.
I mean?
It's tradable.
So
Obvious levels.
what I'm
should be fun to
expecting for
trade.
this
Here.
one is it broke out at the close yesterday. So what you need to do is understand where that breakout point and where it held. $11 is that point. So $11 key support in AVYA. I'm going to be looking for strong pullbacks in this one. I think this stock is very bullish, has gotten an upgrade and bullish news. This was a stock that was really close to being bought out. And after that, a kind of catalyst came out. They re-strategized, replanned their business, and came out with a completely new kind of view on how they're going to go ahead and attack their product and services. So I think investors are really happy to hear the new strategic approach, and we'll see how this breaks out. And this breaks out through 12. I'm expecting a pullback near this $12 range that's going to pull it back a whole dollar. That would be a red to green move near $11. So I'm going to be paying attention for a quick time short at the open, and then looking to see bag buyers come in on this stock at $11.
Yep. Makes sense. Yeah, so the platform we're using is TEFS, which is TradeNet's platform. There's some pros and cons to using it. Since it's before the bell and we don't have that much time, I'm not going to go into the whole thing about it, but I'll post a review that I've done on them if you want to see kind of what they're about, the pros and cons. There's a lot of pros, and I think it makes sense, but there's some cons as well, and so you do want to understand both sides of it, and I'll post that link if you want to kind of watch the review of them here. There's the review. But of course, we post referral links for them, so maybe we're biased, but there's some pros and cons. I try to be honest with it. All right, but yeah, so AVYA, Mitch, we also have Snap here, SNAP, Snap gapping up. The overall market looks pretty strong still. It never really pulled back too much after the positive results that came out this morning for unemployment and payroll. It's at 291.20s here for the overall market. We'll see what we get today. What's everybody's sentiment on the market today? Is everybody bullish or bearish? Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what your main watch is as well. If you have any stocks specifically that you want us to look at, let us know. And like I said, you guys can ask Carol questions if y'all want to help pass the time. Just go ahead and ask her some questions if y'all want to chat with Carol. That's kind of why she's here. She likes answering questions about a bunch of stuff. So RNG is actually the stock that had a deal with AVYA. So AVYA had a partner. I don't know if it was a partnership or it was a deal, but AVYA had the deal with RNG. So these two moves today, RNG and AVYA, are related. I tend to prefer AVYA. It has a little bit more volume relative to the price of the stock, and the levels are a little bit more obvious for AVYA. And so that's ultimately what I'm going to be watching is AVYA. I'll watch RNG as well, but again, those two moves are related. Let me see if I can find the catalyst specifically. Yeah, I'll look it up. Hold on. I got you. I appreciate the new subs. Let me see.
All right, guys, 926, getting a little bit more focused here. Really got to watch this AVYA. I think it's going to shoot down at the open, but it's not about getting the bias. It's about understanding where I would get my entry. So I'm expecting a bounce up, kind of a attempted breakout to 12, and then I'll look for it to see it knock down at least towards 1130s, and then heading towards 11.
Yeah, so for AVYA, it is a partnership with RNG, and the partnership is, it says, quote, and this is from BZ Newswires, it's up after the company announced a partnership with RingCentral, which is RNG, an enterprise cloud communications contract center, and the partnership will introduce the Avaya Cloud Office by RingCentral, which is a communications as a service solution. So yeah, partnership with ABYA and RNG. And so that's kind of what's going on with it. That's the catalyst behind that one. Appreciate all the subs today. Jar Jar, Naomi, Denise. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome to the team. All right, guys. We got less than 3 minutes until the open. Let's do this. What's up, Sid? As lovely as your wife is, I think you're going to make some serious money. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Happy thoughts here. Good vibes. Happy thoughts.
All right, guys. Infinite Trading asking why I wouldn't trade Ring. Main thing with that one is it's a high price stock, high float, and big spreads. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not too big of a fan of having too big of spreads. And so with that, I would rather trade the one that has a lower, tighter float and actually has the catalyst behind it. You know, RNG making an investment, I don't really see this as a positive for that company. Investments are dangerous. They create uncertainty into where the market is going to go for that stock. And so I really don't think this is stronger on the Ring side than it would be on the penny stock side. The penny stock should get more of the catalyst because this company's behind that company, not the other way around. So I'll be paying attention to the penny stock, but I do have this chart to keep an eye on it.
Let's see how much time we got left. So I know we probably look like cyborgs. All right, we got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Yeah, it's like if I don't keep the screen dark, we look like cyborgs, basically.
Yeah, we have to just use this.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the team, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning. So click the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live. If you want to watch us day trade for free on YouTube every weekday morning, hit the sub button, click the bell, turn on notifications, watch us day trade live. What's up, Eagle? Yeah. ABYA is a stock. I don't know if you're joking or what. ABYA is a stock. That's Carol.
Yeah.
I'm John. Mitch is the other dude. ABYA is a stock. You know?
I'm like...
Yeah. Carol's like pointing me in the chat like, what does that mean? 20 seconds, guys. Let's do this. 10 seconds. All right, guys. Here's the bell. Let's go. All right, baby. Oh, wait. I forgot to get this pulled up.
ABYA setting up for that push towards 12. Let's see how it pushes towards that 12.
I forgot to get... I'm running late today, man. I forgot to get this set up. All right, guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of with you. I'm looking for a gap fill for ABYA. I like the levels there for it. That's really what I'm kind of watching for that one is a gap fill. Snap just broke pre-market highs though. Snap, SNAP just broke pre-market highs. Here, can you put it on that?
This?
Yeah, I gotta look at these charts. Yeah, there you go. SQ ripping up. SQ ripping up. AMD ripping up. WB pulling back some. WB pulling back some. Roku pulling back some.
All right, guys, looking for ETFC.
There goes Snap up to 1510, which is also a big resistance level at 1510. You want some coffee?
Okay.
All right, babe. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So let's find a good stock for Carol to trade. You got this. You can do it. You can do it, man. You can do it. Here. Move this over here. You got your cool mouse that you can trade. You got this. All right.
All right, guys, order out to short ETFC at 35.70s.
Yeah, Roku looks good. Remember, so with fades, we're looking for drops at the open. You know, we're looking for drops at the open. Really, the market's squeezing up, though. Like, you can see the SPY, Snap. You can see AVYA, AMD.
This one's dropping.
This one is dropping. WB is dropping. Roku. is dropping. SQ is dropping too. But specifically CGC. I like the cannabis stocks. This is a cannabis, like a weed stock. And so those are ones I do like. And so maybe if this one pulls back to 46, maybe you can take it with the risk level of, well, the spread's too big, actually.
All right, guys, looking for BBBY or ETFC to come back to VWAP.
All right, so you see the spread, which is the difference between the bid and the ask. So basically, if we jump in right now, we're going to get filled with like 5 to 10 cents away from where we want it. So we're immediately going to be down 5 to 10 cents, right? And so the only thing we can do is wait for the volume to get a little bit better or the risk reward to get a little bit better. Yeah, Roku's down a bunch. See, this one, I don't know what kind of share size to take. It's just a huge range for it. I guess we could use a risk of 109.18. You see that? And then where's our reward target for Roku? AVYA squeezing up here. We got to watch this 1220 level, though. That level looks interesting. All right. All right, here's Roku. I think we're going to look for CGC, though, because if CGC gets up to 45, you can take it with like 100 shares. Use 56 as a risk. You see that? Where would if we get in CGC here, where's our reward target going to be? Like if we get in around the VWAP. Where's the VWAP? Right here. That's right. And so if we get in there, we set a risk level up here because you can see it's kind of that top right there. And then where's our reward target?
Man, I have my order out, just haven't gotten filled.
It would be right around here, probably the low of the day. You could also use that, but you want to do good risk reward. So it's like 55 is your risk. It's about 10 cents. So you want at least 20 cents of reward. So 20 cents of reward would be down to 22 right here.
Definitely.
Which is good. You did good.
Little,
that's actually a really obvious level too.
Little frustrated. Exact price point. I called it out. 35.70s. Had the order sitting there. Just didn't get filled, guys. Good. Would have been a great trade on ETFC. Gonna let it go for right now.
All right. So if you
I'm looking at BBBY.
If you get in Roku here, you can use 10 shares. So if Roku gets up to here at 108.49, you could use this level as a risk. And do you see why? Right, it's that resistance there. And then you could give a reward target of down here maybe. But it needs to pull back there. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Ooh, I was looking at CGC too, but look at that monster move on CGC, man. Look at the squeeze up. It actually confirmed my risk level, though. So, like, look at my risk level here and look where it went. And so if it gets rejected here, it's all the more interesting. But the spread is over 10 cents for CGC. So very low volume overall with CGC, and just so very tough to trade, really. Spread's 13 cents, just doesn't look good. So we'll look for maybe AMD here. You get to pull back to this level. You could use like 91 as your risk with like 100 shares. Ready? All right, go. You got to do it. You got to do it. All right. All right, so press P on the thing. Sorry, so where's your reward target? Remember, your risk level is this line. If it breaks that line, you got to get out. Your reward target can be down at like 75, maybe like 70.
Ooh.
Here, you double click. Just double click. Because you want to pay attention to it. And just be ready. Remember, to get out of this one, you click buy.
Yeah.
And so just let it work. Just let it work. You're okay. It's a very small size. If it goes against you, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You might lose $5-10, which is insignificant right now. Big thing is you want to just learn to hold it to your levels. And if it goes to your levels, you get out. And if it goes up, if it goes your way, you take profits. All right, so remember, where's your risk?
Down 75.
No, that's your reward.
Oh.
Where's your risk, which is like where your stop out level is.
Right here.
Right. All right, it's still early. You're still okay. Just be careful. Watch it. It's a very small trade. All right. All right. All right. It's all right. It's squeezed up.
Did I get out of it?
Yeah, you're out.
Alright.
It's okay. It's just 100 shares, so you lost $15. But that's why. So whenever it gets to your risk, you just gotta watch it, and you gotta watch it, and you gotta be, what I do is I just have my hand over the
but
cover
look,
button.
It's probably gonna drop back down. It's probably not gonna stay all
I
the
know.
way up.
Well, that just means it's in a choppy trend, right? So like if it's crossing over and under the VWAP like this, that just means it's choppy, less easy to trade, much harder to trade because it's just choppy. Because the VWAP tells you the trend of the stock. So like if the stock is crossing over and under, over and under, over and under the VWAP, then it's not really picking a trend. It's choppy, it's neutral, it's much harder to trade with our type of strategies. And so you didn't do anything wrong. You did fine. You did good. You held it to your levels. That's a success. You just want to make sure to hold it to your levels, not let it go too crazy here. And even if it goes the other way, we tried to take advantage of maybe AMD picking a trend, and it just didn't pick a trend. And so it kind of squeezed up on us, and that's okay too. We'll see if we can find you another one. Yeah, Roku looked good, man. It's just we were in AMD. But it's like I tried to explain to my wife, the VWAP is a trend indicator. It's an intraday trend indicator. So it tells you the intraday trend of a stock. And so basically, if it crosses over and under the VWAP over and over and over again, then it's not really picking a trend, and it's going to be much harder to trade overall. And so basically, if the stock comes back down in the direction we were looking for, that's okay because it's in a neutral, choppy trend, and even though it might have come back down, it could have also squeezed back up against us. And so don't take it too much to heart. It's just you give yourself risk and reward levels based off of the chart. If the stock follows those levels, great. If they don't, you just got to follow your previously determined levels. And what AMD is telling us right now is that it's just choppy. It's just over and under the VWAP, crossing over and under the VWAP. So it's just sideways, neutral, hasn't picked a trend yet. And so the best thing we can do when it's acting like this is just wait for stocks to pick a trend. Like Roku would have been a little bit better. And like I said, it's not your fault. It's probably my fault. You actually pointed at Roku and said Roku looked good for it. So
You're talking to me?
yeah.
Yeah.
You actually pointed at Roku. And so
Well,
Roku, you can see Roku's picking a trend a little bit better.
Yeah, I saw this big drop initially.
Right. And so Roku's picking a downward trend right now, as opposed to AMD, which is kind of just crossing over and under.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, SQ faded too. And now if Roku gets up there, we can use a risk level of like 45. But again, you're down less than $15. Very small. To put it like this, I'm up $600 on the week, $650 on the week, and so you losing $15 is fine. Like, don't feel bad about it.
Okay.
All right, and we can look at Roku, which is the one you originally wanted. It's going to be a little bit it's picked a trend, but the good thing I like is like when you see a stock fade like this, right? And you see a stock fade like this, you can use the previous fade as your risk level for following bounces, right? So you can use this level as your risk now at 45. If it moves up here, that's your new risk, and you got a pretty good risk reward. You have some confirmation there. So like your risk is from here to here. Your risk is what, like 45 cents. Your reward level is all the way down from 108 down to under 107. So your reward is over $1 and your risk is 40 cents. And so for that, it's good risk reward. It's one of the ways, like I'm actually below 50% accuracy this week, but I'm still well into the profit because I'm using good risk and reward ratios in every trade I get into. And so even though my accuracy is like 45% this week, which happens, you're never going to have a great week every single week, I'm still well into the profits.
All right, guys. The two stocks that I wanted to short, I didn't get into them. Good fades. ETFC, BBBY. Just missed those. BBBY, I missed it by 1 cent. Needed to get up there to 10.17. And ETFC, I'm not sure. I didn't get filled on that first pop, and then I canceled my order and just didn't take it as it approaches 85. But 85 was the risk, and it rejected there pretty well from 85 all the way down to 35.30s.
All right, so here goes Roku. Like I said, if you take Roku now, though, you're going to be taking like 10 shares, maybe 15. Because Roku's got a huge range. All right, and so if Roku gets up to where are we going to enter it?
Up to here.
VWAP.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Good. And then this is our risk level, remember? So if it breaks that level, we got to get out.
Yeah.
And then our reward target is going to be down here. And the big thing you want to do is you want to build a plan like this in every single trade you get into. You want to know where your risk is, where your reward is, and you want to have more reward than your risk on generally in every trade you get into. And if you learn to build this plan like this in every trade you get into, your trades will be much less emotional, much easier to follow, and you'll ultimately have better results for the most part if you learn to build a plan in every trade you get into. Because think about it like this, all right? If you go into anything without a plan, it's naturally going to be more stressful. To where if you build a plan around it, then your emotions are going to be better. It's going to be less emotional. You're going to have kind of like a guidebook that you can just follow while you're in the trade. And so for that reason, building a plan is super important. And so you want to learn to do it. And it's also giving yourself good ratios. Because again, like, look, this is my P&L on the week. All right, my P&L on the week is, this is my P&L on the month. My accuracy is really not that good. It's 54.5%. It's like 55% accuracy. But still, I'm deep into the profits because I have a good risk-reward ratio.
Yeah. That's going up.
Yep. All right, so get ready. Remember, up here at that level is where you want to try. All right. So remember, I'm going to put an arrow at this one. And remember, you want to short it. You want to profit when the stock goes down. You click short. All right, go do it. All right, so you're in with 15 shares. Look at that. Look at the drop. We'll see if it holds down here. It's okay.
Good luck.
Appreciate it. Yeah, she's doing good, man. We're giving her small size so she can learn, but she's doing fine.
Yeah, at the end of the day, worry about the trades, don't worry about the money. That's it.
Yep. Ideally, we want to see like a low of the day break here. If it breaks the low of the day and then washes out, that's great. Here, let me see real quick. I'm just going to fix this.
Looking in a bounce in Weeble. Looking for a bounce in Weeble.
There you go. Looking good. There you go. You did it. See? Good job. You did it. And I'll let you. Great job.
Hurt.
You got out right at the reward target. Exactly at the reward target. You got out and you jumped out. Great job. Look, you did it. You did it. Good. So you got a good trade. You got a nice green trade. And you got out at the reward target without me even having to tell you to get out at the reward target. You knew you were supposed to get out there.
Probably could have hung out though.
You could have, but we took so small of sizing. Like generally, if we take bigger sizing on that trade, we're gonna take some off, right? Not the full sizing. So like, say we take 1,000 shares, we're gonna take 500 shares off at our reward target, and then we're gonna let the other 500 work. And so that's what we did.
Yeah.
And so good job. You did great. You know, and the reason we get out there is because that's the most likely bouncing level. Like if the stock's gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce right there.
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
Thank you. Here, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Real quick.
Okay.
I'll tell Jack. I'll get Jack.
Okay. Good job. You did it. Proud of you.
Whew. It's kind of nerve wracking.
You did good. You had a good winning trade. Good job. All right. She's going to go use the restroom and take care of my son real quick, so she'll be back. Right, exactly, Sid. I'm proud of her because she got out right where she was supposed to. She got out right where she was supposed to without me having to tell her to. So, like, she got out at the reward target for Roku without me having to say anything. And you know, which is good. I think she got excited and she knew where to get out, which is what I'm happy with. All right. So, let's see what else we can find today, team.
All right, looking at WB here.
Ooh, look at the VWAP. Oh, my bad.
Just a little frustrated.
Look at
Trying
the
to regain here.
look at the VY bounce on AVYA. AVYA. Look at that VY bounce, man. That one was pretty.
Hey, I talked about it. Watch for the bag buyers in that one. I really didn't feel like that one was a long-term short. Just a lot of support behind it.
Hey, appreciate the sub. Tetra, appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team. I'm looking at WB. Look at WB, man. It's pulling back.
That's what I'm talking about. The only problem with it is strong candles up here to 47.20. Be careful. The risk is easily 47.40.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well, I was looking at 47 because that's the opening range low.
No, well, I'm saying like the risk, the bounce up here
Right.
can easily get to 47.40. So that's what you have to risk off of. I'm looking for a move to 47.20. A little frustrating. Was really watching that ETFC. Really wanted it, but hesitated during the open.
She made like $10 on that trade. Let me see. Yeah, she made like $10, $8, $9, which is fine. She took 15 shares. She's just learning. So, but the good thing is like she has that emotion from like a live account, and so she's very stressed out in the trade. But that's what you got to do when you're starting. Is you got to learn live account. This is how you got to do it. AMD squeezed up on me at the first run. Snap doesn't look terrible here either. Snap doesn't look like that bad. But yeah, the student will surpass the teacher in no time. Yeah, we'll see. Sure, I hope she does. I genuinely hope she does. You know.
All right.
Roku coming back up there. Like I said, I think Roku's faded so much now that I don't trust any following fades, like any fades anymore. It's just faded too much, and with trading, the more fades that happens, the less confident I am. The more likely I think it's going to squeeze up, and buyers are going to get behind it as well. But we'll see. I mean, Roku, we can use the other fade here. We can use the other fade as our risk. I appreciate the sub, Joe. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate the sub, brother. There we go. Still looking at WB here. So my risk would be about 30 cents for WB. What kind of shares do I want to take? Maybe like 20. 200, 300. Roku is back up there. So the SPY originally pushed up, but it's since been pretty sideways. What was the other one we were watching? AVYA. I think that one bounced and ripped this morning. So yeah, I was wrong about this one. This one bounced and ripped up. I thought it might fill the gap, but again, you never really know, which is why I don't like predicting necessarily. But yeah, this one ripped up nicely.
All right, guys, looking for UNP to bounce here to VWAP. Or slightly above. We'll get in here and risk about 30 cents. It's going to be a small time trade. Not really seeing anything I really like, so.
BBBY.
Yeah, I already missed BBY.
It's back up there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I liked it at 10.17 on that bounce, but it never got there. It got to 10.16. Had the order out there. Just never fell.
Roku getting closer up there. Yeah, there goes WB. Just never quite got high enough for that one for me either, man.
Just frustrating today.
Roku.
Definitely frustrated. Yeah, I agree with Tiny. Time for some more coffee.
Yeah.
Feeling the FOMO. Gonna get away from the computer, guys. I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, let's see. ATVI. ATVI did fade. Roku's up there. And again, I mean, I could take Roku with the tight risk here. Risk would have to be up here. Kind of like I was telling my wife how to do this one, like, or Carol, sorry. I'm so used to saying my wife because most people are, don't know her name or ask who she is. And so I just say that to make it easier. But, let's see, 107.50 is an entry, 107.85 as a risk level, 35 cents, not terrible. It's just faded so much already. I don't trust it. Snap is right at the VWAP. Snap, SNAP. Risk level of 14.90. Get in with like 10 cents. Probably take like 1,000 shares maybe for Snap. I don't really like Snap though, to be honest. I never have good results with Snap is what it is. I got like, I think it's AMD. Maybe I'll get stubborn with AMD and try to push up with this one again. Let's see. All right, I'm going to jump in with 400 shares of AMD here. Small share size. Pretty break even on the day here. And we're just going to see what we can get with the little share size here. Maybe add some more up to 81. And my risk level in this one is up to about 88. So I got like a 7-cent risk. And so a small risk. The issue is it's a little choppy. And so I do need to be a little bit more careful with this choppiness here. But again, just 400 shares, taking it pretty small here. And just going to see what happens. Risk level of, like I said, 88 or so. I do got to be careful with this previous day's close right here at 67. There's 75s. Let's see if we get this breakdown here. I don't mind AMD though. 75s. Really, I think a risk level of 85 might actually be better here. $76. Roku did end up squeezing up past what would have been my risk there, so probably good thing I didn't get in that one too. 78s, 79s, 80s.
Thinking about Snap here on a bounce.
I'm in AMD with just 400 shares. It's Friday, volume's a little bit lower. This is a nice little rejection. Maybe I should have added there. I like the rejection. There's 80s again. Let's see, 85s. I don't hate the 85 risk level for this one either. And so I don't hate adding to it here, but we gotta watch for a squeeze right now, I guess. Kind of choppy. Maybe I shouldn't be trading AMD. SQ's back up there. Wait, there's the squeeze. Let me get out here. It's testing my risk level. I just didn't like it. I thought it was going to squeeze. There's the break of my risk level there. We'll see. Still keeping it pretty easy on the day. Like I said, taking it kind of slow. Friday's a dull, slow day. There's SQ. Alright. Carol is back. If it breaks back below 81, I might add into it there for AMD, but I might just leave it alone too. I've tried to trade it twice. It just didn't work out. Keeping it pretty small. And yeah, there's the squeeze I wanted to avoid, so happy to get out here. I think AMD is just a little bit too choppy. Oh, sorry, baby. Here. Do you want to go to Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah, I like
See?
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Told you. Yeah, we joked about it the other day. About how it's like a trap for guys to go in there. They're like, I'm just going to be 5 minutes, 2 hours later, and like $300 on candles later.
Yeah,
you're in.
Yeah, they just have so much stuff in there that's like.
It does smell good though. I go in there, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this. I was like, I like winter smell, so I'm like, I'm going to buy this candle, right? It's like $30 for a candle, man. Just ridiculous.
Wait, are you talking about Bath and Body Works?
Oh, maybe it's
Bed Bath and Beyond. It's
Hon-
like the
to be-
home store.
Yeah, to be honest, they're all the same to
Bath
me.
and Body Works is like the smells.
They're all the same to me, really. Canadian, I'm going to delete that one just because I don't want to promote anybody else in here. We'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, like I said, it's all the same to me, though. Bed Bath & Body Works. I don't even know what... Did I just combine the two? Bed Bath & Body Works?
Yeah.
See, I have no idea.
Yeah.
The story of our lives.
Right. Honestly, I like candles. I've got candles going. You see? This is from... It
That's
says
from,
autumn,
that's from Bath and Body Works.
Roku. I'm looking at Roku, potential long in this one, but it's holding 107s, 50s. I wanted it to hold that VWAP and then bounce. It went slightly above VWAP there. Seeing a breakout in MU, breakout volume coming in some of the bigger stocks.
Yeah. I don't know the difference between any of them. I just combined the two. Yeah, there goes AMD squeezing up. Glad I got out of it. We got SQ as an option here, but again, I think considering the state of a lot of these moves, I'm going to wait for some more fake out fades today. I'm only down $30. Very small day. Last 2 days, I'm down like $100, maybe $110. So I think I'm going to wait for some fake out fades. It's been a profitable week. I'm not going to push too much on a Friday with low volume.
Well, there goes that push in Roku. Just missed my level by about 20 cents.
Yeah, here. Here. And yeah, while we're hanging out here, ask my wife some questions. It'll help keep us kind of busy and give us something to do. Here, turn the volume back up. Oh, no, I think I turned it down all the way. That way I can hear Mitch. Here, the way you can
I can't tell if it's...
Here, look right here. There you go. That's 100. All right. CGC actually faded nicely. I'm kind of bummed I missed CGC, and I generally like the cannabis fades too. So we'll wait for some fake out fades, maybe in something like SQ. Yeah, right. With trading, it's just about what makes me comfortable, honestly. So it's like if winter smells make me comfortable, I'll do whatever I can. They can call me a wimp. I don't care. If Christmas and winter smells make me more relaxed, then I'm gonna put those smells everywhere. You know.
Yeah, I love Christmas. Fall, all of it.
Yeah. Where did I learn to trade? I kind of taught myself overall with everything. A lot of free content on YouTube. Yeah, the World Series of Day Trading too.
I don't know. I don't know if I should.
Yes, you should. But if you do enter it, you got to be here every day though. So you do want to understand that. Yeah, the World Series of Day Trading 2 is going to start sometime soon here, team.
Because I know y'all just had...
Right, but they're planning the second one already. And they said they already confirmed I'm going to be leading a team again. So I'll be a team leader. And you could be... It's completely free. I mean, you might as well give it a shot here.
I could try. See what happens.
I'm going to jump in SQ here for just a small position. I think the risk reward's great for this. I can just risk it off of... 35 right here, and so I think that risk reward's very good, and so I'm just gonna look to short this one with 100 shares, try to take profits down to like 80s or so. Very good risk reward. That's what we'll kind of shoot for here. Snap actually rejected really nice there.
Yeah, I missed that one also.
CGC's getting closer.
I'm on the miss attack today.
It happens, bro. We all miss it sometimes.
Yeah.
I have a few videos on how I specifically calculate risk reward. I'll post them once I'm out of this trade. I'll post them. A lot of the times, like I'll use this trade as an example. This is my risk here, up to this level. So I got in at like 25 or so. That's my risk. My reward is all the way down here, though. You know, so I have a big reward, small risk in the trade, and that's what I'm looking to take advantage of. Like I said, I'm kind of trading small today because it's Friday. I generally have worse results on Friday, and yeah, just trading small with 100 shares. You want to manage the rest of this one, you can. So if this one breaks this level here, get out. And look, you're in the profit. So you can take profit, click buy. You can take half off there.
Okay.
All right, and now you're just holding 50 shares left. No matter what, it's not going to be a losing trade. And your goal for this one, where do you think you should take profits here?
Like down in here.
Probably down to like 61.80, I think is what the risk, like right there. You see all the confirmation in there?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Oh, what did I do?
Yeah, it's all right. You're still in the trade. Don't worry. Here, that was my fault. There we go.
I was trying to like click so I could show
right
myself.
there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. So just hold it to that level. You know, the whole dollars are natural psychological levels, right? So like a lot of times stocks are going to bounce at whole dollars like 62, 63, $2, $3, even half dollars like 5.50, 62.50 up here, 61.50. Like half and whole dollars are psychological levels. They're mental levels. So people are going to be taking profits there, and people are going to be jumping in there a lot of the time as well. And so that means that the stock is going to bounce at those levels a lot of the time. And so you want to watch that. If we do get a breakdown under it, that's great. But again, we've already taken profits enough in this trade. If it goes against us, we're still going to be okay. So just hold the rest break even. So if that turns into negative, you get out. Okay.
Okay.
Look at CGC though. I like CGC there too.
All right, guys. Looking at Costco here, entry would be 288s. Risk would be about 45 cents.
What program am I using to trade? I'll post this link real quick here. You're okay. You still got some room. If you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. There's a lot of benefits to using them. Specifically, no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want and actually short stocks. And with their base package, they give you, I think, 14,000 in buying power with the funded account program. And again, there's no PDT rule, so you can day trade as much as you want and short. A lot of other benefits to using them as well. It basically operates like a prop firm. And so for the base package, the intro package, you pay. Here, I'll post the link there. Here, and then you can go back to managing this. So basically, it operates like a prop firm. And so with the intro package, once you're approved for the funded account program, you get 14K in buying power, no PDT rule, shorting ability. It comes with a trading course, a demo account to trade with, and access to their chat room for a few weeks. And I think that bundle makes a ton of sense for new traders and allows them to day trade with no PDT rule and, again, actually be able to short stocks. It's a great way to help support our channel as well. Of course, we're biased because we post referral links, but if you want to help support us and you're interested in using the same platform that we use, there's the link in the chat. What is the most you have ever lost in a trade? Probably, I don't know, like 600-700, you know? It's a very common...
patience.
Huh?
My patience.
Yeah. For some, it's all subjective star trading. So for some people, yeah, it's CFD trading. But for some people, they make them take the tests and the course that comes with it first. And for some people, they make them trade the demo account for a week or two first. But that's all on a case-by-case basis and all subjective. But yeah, again, it's CFD trading, which I think has some innate benefits as well. Specifically, like I can short IPOs on IPO day. You know, the day they IPO, I can short a lot of those stocks. And so there are some benefits to using them, that specifically. I know it's squeezing up.
Yeah.
It's okay. Look, regardless of what happens, here, just hand over the cover button. So, like, what you want to do is you want to click and just hold down the buy button. Okay? Really, you can let this one go. Like, you can let it go up to, I guess we built the plan. All right. All right, see, we still made money on the trade, though. So that's why we take profits a little bit early there. I'm pretty sure international traders can use it. Is there a monthly charge? Yeah, it's $15 per month on TEFs. It's $15 per month. Yeah, see, I could have shorted into this and then just risked off at the same level, but I wanted to let you kind of follow the plan, so to speak. So I'm not upset I did. I think letting you understand the plan is okay. And like sticking to the plan you give yourself. One I'm looking for is CGC here. Kind of missed the first few fades on it, though. Yeah, y'all gotta ask her questions, man. Y'all gotta ask her questions, you know? Yeah. She was in a trade, though, so she was probably a little bit nervous, and she was paying attention. So give her a break. She was in a trade and a little nervous, I'm sure. So give her a break, guys.
Watching closely, you know?
How do you determine the number of shares compared to the risk? It just depends on what I'm okay with risking. Like, if my stop level in the trade is 10 cents, and I only want to lose $100 or less, then I'll make my share size 1,000 shares or less. That way, if I get stopped out for 10 cents, then I lose $100 and I can go down accordingly. But if my risk is 20 cents and I still only want to lose $100, then I'll take 500 shares or less. Because if I get stopped out with 500 shares with a 20-cent stop out, then that's $100. And so you kind of adjust your share size accordingly with what you're okay with losing relative to the risk level that the chart is showing you. Is kind of how you do it. It's how I do it.
Looking for one more bounce in ETFC up to 35.44s.
But yeah, ask her some questions. She'll answer them. Here, let me find some. How about the data fees? I think the only fees you're going to pay are the $15 per month, plus, your commissions. But ask them. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that mainly, at least I can think of, I don't think they're really, it's not for the platform, it's for the data fees. We're still getting live data no matter what. even if it's CFDs. So that costs money. They have to have the server, probably even in New York or near the stock exchange, so it can be this quick.
I kind of want to try AMD again, but I think I'm just going to ignore AMD. I've had a few losses with it this morning. I'm not going to get too stubborn with that one. SQ did squeeze up, so glad we got out of that one. I use the VWAP mostly. You'd like a link to what, Sid? Tefs? Here, I got you. There you go. She's a little, I mean, she doesn't stream much, guys. Like, she's learning. Like, I know when I first started streaming, I was pretty quiet and never really said much. Right, you got a bunch of people. Like, right now we got almost 300 people in here, and she's, you know.
I'd rather not know the number. Yeah. I'd rather just
300 people in here. But no, she's doing good. She's learning to trade, and you guys know how that is. Also, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. Easily the best scanners in trading by far. Super customizable. You can see the scanners here. They're one of the reasons we can find a lot of these big mover stocks, especially in pre-market. They're one of the ways that we can really genuinely make our mornings easier and find some of these really nice moving stocks like AVYA and a bunch of other ones. And so go check out Trade Ideas. If you use promo code BT15, you get 15% off any of their products. And so go check them out. There's the link in the chat if you want to check them out.
All right, guys, short here, ETFC. Risk is right above it, 35.50s.
All right, Mitch is in one. Let me throw him up.
Just taking a shot here, guys. I've missed this trade a couple times. Seeing a third resistance, just going to take a shot. It could be a quick stop out because it's on a third resistance try, but it is what it is. Missed too many trades today. Just got to take one at least.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong with my trading strategy. How do you recommend I get better? Backtest your strategies. That way, backtest your strategies. Look over long time frames and determine whether they're actually viable. And don't be glued to one specific strategy. If it doesn't work, you have to be objectively honest with yourself and brutally honest. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I think a lot of times new traders will learn strategies from different teachers and gurus, and they'll just kind of be stuck on those strategies. They won't branch out. And so what happens is they end up just being glued to the strategies that don't work. And so they don't ever change their strategy up, and that ends up hurting them. And so my best advice is to not be stuck to any specific strategy. Backtest your strategies in general. Find out what actually works in the market, and then rinse and repeat that.
All right, guys, probably going to get stopped out right here.
Hey, Carol, does John let you keep your trading profits to spend at Bed Bath & Beyond?
No.
Honestly, trust me, every time we go to Bed Bath & Beyond or Bed Bath & Body Works,
I probably would have
she spends
eaten
some
into my profits at that point. Spent more than my profits, unfortunately. But
backtest and paper trade, yeah, I like that. I think that is kind of how you do it, too.
How many times have I traded? It's probably been, this is my probably like third or fourth.
Yeah, she's traded at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
She's been on the stream probably at least 3 other times aside from today. And
each time I've done like a trade.
Right. Each time she's at least done a trade. So she's probably been in at least 5-day trades by now. At least 5. Probably more than that, really.
And honestly, I feel like I'm just now starting to kind of understand it a little better, like, you know, the kind of indicators that you see and kind of picking the, you know, the trades, or, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm still very much learning. So
right, she's getting there. Like, she pointed out Roku this morning. I know somebody else called out Roku as well, but she's getting there. She's learning. Like, she did Roku this morning and she wanted to trade that one, and I kind of pushed her to trade AMD, so I was actually wrong. But she's doing good. She's learning. It just takes time.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for me, guys. Horrible day for me. 3 misses and the take. I just don't think it was a good trade at the end. That's what happens. You miss FOMO. Don't
Tomorrow's
control.
a new day, brother. Or next week's a new week, bro. Don't stress it, man.
Yeah, definitely not the way.
You're just hanging there, brother. How long do you think it'll take your wife to get an average standard, to get to an average standard of day trading? That's hard to tell. I think she's doing good so far. It genuinely just depends on how much time she puts into it, and I mean, I think if we help her, she'll do fine. But I think that it'll at least take 6 months to a year to start to have any reasonable success in it for the most part.
Yeah. I feel like maybe if I did it every day like you're doing it, I might,
Right.
you know, it might be easier, but,
Right.
you know.
Here, I know they're asking you some other stuff there. Ouch. Man.
What? I don't know. John kind of,
I kind of forced her to.
yeah, he was
I
kind of
bribed her to.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that I did.
I bribed her
guess,
too. I told her I'd pick the kids up from school if she came on the stream one day,
and I took that off.
and she
pretty quick.
jumped on that, you know. And so
Oh, thank you. That's nice. I think I'm a pretty smart person.
yeah, you're
know?
good. You're a good trader.
I know I could put things together, you know, pretty easy,
Yeah, she's smart.
you know. So that's true.
The only strategy I have had success with is trading triangles, but they rarely show up on my screen, or I'm lucky if I see one or two show up in the morning. Yeah, I mean, don't be glued to it. Like, trade what works. You know, back test it using paper. That's what paper is really beneficial for, is back testing strategies. So you can back test it, see if they actually work on a long-term basis, and you know, build your strategies around that. You know, that's how I did the VWAP fade. I back tested the VWAP fade over a year sample size, and it had a 73% accuracy rate. Now that's going to fluctuate, but that's why I originally started trading the VWAP fade. Hey, turn that down, buddy.
I think that's Maddie's. No.
Yes. Here, they can't hear you. It was muted. Okay.
Oh, does John get on my nerves a lot? From time to time, but I feel
do.
like that's with everyone. I feel like if you live together long enough, you're eventually gonna get on each other's
Oh, I
nerves.
definitely get on her nerves. She gets on my nerves too, though, all day. You know.
Sometimes intentionally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right. But yeah, down less than $30 in the day. I'm just kind of hanging out today. We've had some good moves, but a lot of the volume's a little bit low today. And so the SPY is actually pretty strong, up to the 292s. And honestly, the market's been pretty volatile. This morning, payroll numbers came out and unemployment levels, and they were pretty good. And so the market's up slightly today. I hear my son stomping around like Bigfoot up there. Cannabis and microchip stocks mostly. Carol, does he get on your nerves a lot? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time, it's good though.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a good balance here. So
Right. I mean, listen, Carol and I have been together for like 10 years. You know, like we've been married for 6, 7.
Six, yeah.
But we've been together for 10 years, married for 6 or 7 of those years. And so, yeah.
We moved from Louisiana to Houston together. That was kind of a big deal.
Right. It's all about,
But
right. It's all about, really, it's just about whether you guys are, whether a couple is actually like, whether they mesh well with each other, right? And that is huge because some couples just don't, and they're stuck together because of just simple attraction, right? Where you got to mesh well with the person you're with. You got to live with that person too. And so, like I said, Carol and I have been living together for 10 years now, 9 years. And so we've been together for a long time. we got kids. We got 2 kids, and yeah, I mean, after a while, you know, like Carol and I know that we work well together. We're a good team, so to speak. So
Yeah, that's a big thing. Being a team player and, having a good partner. So
right. Yeah, cannabis and microchip stocks are usually what the VWAP fade did so well on. Mostly cannabis and microchip stocks. Specifically, though, most of the time they're with gapping stocks. Like when a stock is gapping up, that's when they do the best. Now, we're hanging out here. I'm just going to give it some time, and we'll see what we get here with the overall market.
that would be Matt's in Houston, too.
Hey, nice, man. Yeah, go Astros, brother. Go Stros, man. I'll say this, man. I don't mean to rain on your parade here, but we're from Louisiana, man, and Louisiana has been kicking Texas's butt this year, man.
They won without even scoring a touchdown the other day against the Cowboys.
We're undefeated in Texas right now, man. The Saints dominating Texas, LSU beating Texas, all the other college teams beating Texas, so we're doing it this year, man. It felt good after that robbery of A&M, of Texas A&M last year. We deserve this. We deserve this, man.
Refs plan for them
right.
And everything, so.
We deserve this, man. So sorry, Texas.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to Louisiana for sure. Yeah, I can't give her that. Carol's actually not that weird about it. There was one year where Carol and I both completely forgot about our anniversary. At least she said we completely forgot.
Well, it was like a week later that we were like, oh. But it was we had like a really busy summer. We had a bunch of stuff going on.
It was we had one year, I think it was not last year. Maybe it was last year, not this last anniversary, but the year prior, where we both just kind of realized it was our anniversary and we were like, wait, oh no. At least that's what Carol said. Maybe I forgot and Carol didn't, and she was just trying to make me feel better. But in the end,
no, we both.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she forgot too. We had like a family emergency going on, so it was hard. But in the end, Carol's not like she's pretty chill about that type of stuff. She's not like really uptight about like anniversaries or like Christmas or any of that stuff. Like she's actually very chill with it. And she, she knows like mistakes happen. She doesn't put a lot of like unnecessary pressure during those kind of sentimental moments. And like we have good times together and like we have great anniversaries together and everything like that. But she's pretty cool, as a wife in that regard.
Thank you, baby.
That's right. Saints over Cowboys. That's right. Have you ever tried your hand at options? Sometimes. I've tried options before. My option strategy is actually very simple. It's look for overextended, terrible companies, like most of the time penny stocks. Wait for them to be way too high and then buy put options, hold them for a few weeks or a month, and sell the option once they drop. That's basically my option strategy. Yeah, AVYA. I was looking at this one, and it was a solid little VWAP bounce here.
I'll be right back.
It was a solid little VWAP bounce here. Not really big enough to be concerned with it either way, but it was solid. Yeah, kind of the same thing, but sounds like a short sell swing trade. Yeah, for sure, and it is exactly that. But the reason it's good is because like with this, if you're naturally shorting, if you're conventionally shorting a swing trade like that, you're gonna have way more risk than if you just buy a put option, right? The good thing about buying options is that your risk is very specific and it's very limited, so to speak. You have a very limited risk level. So, for instance, if you're shorting a stock, holding it overnight, you can always get squeezed out and lose a lot more than you originally anticipated. If you're buying a put option, your risk is very limited. It's very set. It's very obvious. If you lose on your option trade, you're just going to lose what you paid for that option. And so it's a little bit safer in that regard than shorting a stock and holding it overnight, or holding it for a month, because sometimes in pre-market you're going to get huge gap ups that you couldn't anticipate, and when you just buy a put option, you're limiting that risk, so to speak, and that makes sense. Yeah, SQ looked good. It got rejected right there, so it looked solid. We'll see how much longer we do this. I might get into one more trade. I'm just going to wait for some good setups, though, and see what we can find. That's all I'm really doing. It's just waiting for some good setups here. See if we can find anything that looks good. My laptop's dying. Look at my beautiful laptop here, though. I got this Lenovo Legion laptop. Look at that laptop, man. Let me see if I can see it. I bought this so it could be like a portable trading laptop. It's pretty cool. I know you guys can't really see it, but I bought this thing a month ago. It's my baby.
Really thin.
It is. It's super thin. Really light for a gaming laptop as well. Yeah, with options, you can still trade them technically, Sid. It's just strike price is something you do have to understand and study very well. It's all about pricing. It's all about what your strike price is. Correct, Tiny. That's buying a put option is basically like betting the stock is going to go down, and buying a call option is basically betting the stock's going to go up. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, bro. He said super hot wife, even more hot that she supports you. You guys rock. Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
We do have this AVYA squeeze up here. The SPY. Yeah, I don't know. I might get into something else. We'll see. Like I said, yeah, I'm about to close it down anyway. Yeah, so like I said, if you guys want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. I don't see really anything else that looks good, guys. And so, if you want to use the same platform, as us, like I said, there's some huge benefits for new traders. The biggest problem with day trading as a beginner is you can't short stocks. The biggest problems, I should say, is that you can't short stocks. It's hard to day trade with no PDT rule. You're going to be limited to your day trading. You're not going to have that much leverage. It's just very tough for the new trader to get started. Most of the time, a new trader is going to lose their first account regardless of anything, though. And so new traders can either save up thousands of dollars and then still probably lose that, if we're being honest, or they could go a cheaper method. And I think that's where TradeNet actually makes a ton of sense. It operates like a prop firm, and so with their base package funded account program, you get $14,000 in buying power. It's only $400, and you get $14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. It comes with a trading course, access to the chat room as well, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And I think that bundle makes a ton of sense. There's a $700 max loss, and so if you go under $13,300, they close your account down, and there's a 70-30 split. So it operates like a prop firm. But basically, for $399, for $400, you're getting $14K in buying power. At least most people are. I know you have to apply, but from my experience, almost everybody's accepted. But you want to ask them to be sure. But for $399, most people are going to get $14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule, shorting ability, a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account for a few weeks to trade with. And I think that bundle makes a ton of sense. It's much cheaper to go the TradeNet route when you first get started, and you're ultimately risking much, much less. And I think that makes a ton of sense. There's the link in the chat if you want to check that out. Like I said, if you go to their site, it's going to be much more expensive. You can get a pretty serious discount by going through my link, and it's a great way to help support our channel as well. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so it's an amazing way to help support our channel. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Go check out Trade Ideas as well. The best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable. I'll post this link. Like I said, you can get 15% off of Trade Ideas by using the promo code BT15 at checkout. BT15 at checkout. And there's the link for that if you want to use that. Best scanners in the game. If you look at all the big dog traders, the big time traders, almost all of them are using Trade Ideas. And there's a very good reason for that, which is just Trade Ideas is legitimately and objectively the best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable, dynamic. You guys know me. I have some VWAP fade scanners that I use that I build around different strategies. And they can be very profitable scanners for you to use. Quick, what do I think about meat? Meat looks okay. Still kind of sideways and choppy, though. It needs to maintain a trend. I think this big level here at 410 up to like 415 is big, as well as the previous high of the day up here. So like these two levels look okay. But we'll see. It has to, you can see for most of the day it's been sideways and choppy. So it hasn't necessarily picked a trend yet. All right, team. But yeah, that's it for the day, guys. Remember, hit the subscribe button. My wife will probably be back at least once next week. And so if you want to watch us day trade live for free on YouTube, we do this live every single weekday. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single day. And so hit the subscribe button, guys. We do this for free on YouTube every single weekday. And so we hope you'll help support us. Click the subscribe button. If you appreciate this content, hit the like button right now as well. Again, it definitely helps support us, but clicking that subscribe button and helping us grow more and more is definitely beneficial for our channel. And so if you appreciate the transparency, like I said, we can't fake anything. We're not experts or gurus or anything like that. We just day trade live every day for you to see us. And you can see me teaching my wife. And so it's a fun channel. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, everybody have a good weekend. We should have at least 2 videos what we put out this weekend. But yeah, guys, smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Good luck, guys. And yeah, I'll see you all a little bit later. Later, team. Also, go check out our website as well. I'll post this link here as well. We have free day trading classes, free day trading course. We've got broker reviews. We've got strategy breakdowns on our website. We got a lot of cool stuff on the website. Here's the link. Go check out our site. And, yeah. Everybody.
Bye, guys.
See you
Thanks
guys.
for having me.
Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Thanks for the sub, Alan. Welcome to the team, bro. Later, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you all later.